For our mission, bringing the community to heal after a loss is our top priority.
While social distancing is great for our physical health and feeling protected,
it isn't as great for our mental health and feeling connected.
We at Olivia's house know there's always a way to come together.
Over the next few weeks, Olivia's house will be collaborating with all of our alumni children
to produce a special season of Weekly Wisdom.
Keep your eyes peeled for a new episode every Monday.
Let's see what they have to say.
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 If my brother was alive during this time, he would probably be watching TV, communicating with his friends, FaceTiming his friends, just being himself and probably hanging out with me, playing with the dog.
He would do the same thing he always did. He would wake up, get a cup of coffee, watch The Price is Right. Then, once that was over, he'd get up, get my grandma a cup of coffee. Then he'd get himself some junk food to munch on.
So if my stepmom was here today, during this crisis, she actually would probably be working. She worked as a nurse, and so even though her work probably wouldn't be open, she would, I'm sure, be helping at, one of the local hospitals or somewhere that needed more medical support.
And then at 7 o'clock, he'd watch Wheel of Fortune. Then he'd go back to watching the History Channel. And then at 11 o'clock, go to bed, like always.
And if she wasn't working, she would definitely be at home, cross-stitching, hanging out with her animals, probably watching some ridiculous TV shows. She was a really big fan of the Golden Girls.
That's basically the gist of what he did every day. And so with all this, it wouldn't really change.
And just having fun with the family. He wouldn't be on the downside and waiting to get back. He would be focusing on right now.
But more than likely, she would have found a way to be working during all of this because she was always one who did whatever she could to help other people. So even if it was a volunteer thing, I'm sure she would be right in the mix, right in the hospitals, supporting and helping everyone.
When we asked our alumni children this week's Weekly Wisdom question, my own imagination started running wild. Though there's no definitive answer to what would our loved ones be doing right now, it fosters such a special connection when we're able to imagine them here in our worlds, bringing us comfort with their routines. I don't know about all of you, but I was made for lockdown, and I got that from my dad. If he were alive today, he would be the happiest camper, all cozied up with his sci-fi books, pewter figurines, and all of our cats. Now, my dad died pre-Netflix, but picture this. His entire living room was wall-to-wall shelves of VHS recordings of TV shows, and he had every single one cataloged in a giant overflowing 3-ring binder. So I'm not saying my dad invented Netflix, but it was such a joy to see these children sharing their loved ones' lives with us. When we allow children the opportunity to speak candidly about those they've lost, it brings their loved ones into our worlds. So we can almost see Paul watching the History Channel or hear Brandon joking with his brother. Some of our loved ones would have been off being the helpers they always were. And it's exercises like this that allow us to see ourselves following in their incredible footsteps. Thank you to our alumni for sharing their thoughts with us. I think the joy of remembering our loved ones is written all over our faces. I'm Julia Dunn, and this has been Weekly Wisdom. We can't wait to see you next week.